Hello again, colleagues. So in the last video, I would have showed you how to create a non-mixed class on the system. In this video, I am going to be showing you how to create a mixed class. So what I actually mean by the term mixed class is, for example, you are teaching a set of students from two different classes at the same time. So instead of creating one that will only display the students of 7 Faith and then another class to display the students of 7 Gentleness, because you are teaching those students at the same time, they form a new class for your particular subject. You would create what is known as a mixed class in this instance. So under normal circumstances, this would be done for persons doing like the R&T options. I think that begins from like about grade 9 or mostly in grade 10, where, for example, I am doing agriculture science. So I'd have students from different classes coming together for that particular class at that particular time. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you go ahead and create a mixed class. So we are going to select Insert. We ensure that the academic year that we are in is being displayed here, which is 2020, 2021. The current term that we're in is being displayed, which is the Christmas term. And then now we're going to select subject. So let's say, for example, we are teaching building technology. Under type, I'm going to select mixed class. Under the grade level, I am going to be selecting grade 10. So what the system will actually do is to generate a name for the mixed class for you. I think you're actually able to type a name there for yourself if you wish, if you don't want to use the auto-generated name. So that option is actually available to you. So I can do that if I want. But I actually want to use auto-generated name. So after you decide to use auto-generated name, what you're going to do is to select create. But if you noticed a while ago, because I deleted out everything out of the name, including the 10 that is there, I have to reselect the grade level that the students are going to be coming from. So when you're deleting out the information, you have to ensure not to delete out the grade from there as well. So if it's a case where it deleted, just ensure that you select it back. So I'm going to select create. So it takes you to a new window now. So if you notice, different students' names are being displayed. So these would be all the students that are actually in grade 10. So what this does is to actually allow me to select which students are actually doing my subject. So what I'm going to ask that you do first before you even do anything is to just click on the part that says name of student. So by doing this, what you're actually doing is to sort all the students' name in alphabetical order from A to Z. So this will allow you to actually find the students a whole lot quicker and a whole lot easier. So if you were looking before, all the female students were actually on top. So if you had looked at gender, all you would have been seeing is female going down. But by putting the student's name in alphabetical order, it actually allowed the male students to come up further on the list in alphabetical order alongside the female students, So you can actually select both of them at the same time. So if I click on a student's name here, you notice that the checkbox over here is checked. But please take note that when I select the first one, yes, the checkbox has been checked. But if I just go ahead and select another student's name, the student that I selected initially, their checkbox is no longer checked and the child's name is no longer highlighted. So you have to pay keen attention to when you're selecting the students that you actually select them from the checkbox themselves, because once you select them now from the checkbox themselves, those students' name remain highlighted, those checkbox remain highlighted. So when you do it like this, the students are actually selected and you are able to select other students at the same time. So what I'm going to do now is just to select a few students. So for example, these are the particular students that I teach this particular subject. So after I have selected all the students that I teach, I am going to select this button right here. If you notice, once I hover the mouse over it, it says add. So by clicking it, what this does, it actually imports those students that I selected earlier for them to come over in the mark sheet that I'm actually creating. So if you notice, all those names that I selected, they actually came over to this section that was blank earlier. So after I have selected those students, I am going to select save. So save selected students. A dialog box comes up to say saved. The data was successfully saved. I click on OK. Then I click on close. So this is going to take us back to the insert mark sheet dialog box that was being displayed earlier. So if you notice now, this section that says classroom name down here, the name that was previously created up here is now being displayed here. So after you see that has successfully been displayed, what you're going to do is select insert. So by selecting insert, what the system is actually doing for you now is to create that particular markbook record for you. So it's importing those students' name over to this individual mark sheet that I will have just created under building technology for these students that will be doing this subject. So these students are actually from different classes. So that's basically it as it pertains to creating a mixed class.